Hi, this is Vicki Romaine with Cheerful Greetings, and today we're going to work on the second part of our folio. You can find the construction of the folio in part 1, and I will have the link to that in the description. This is the side that is most colorful. You can tell that it is a butterfly folio. Now we're going to embellish it. This first piece, which is going to be a pocket at the front of my folio, I have distressed it by putting it through a embossing folder. And you notice it gives it a leathery textured look. Now what I'm going to do is distress the parts that have been embossed. And I'll be using some fired brick color. And I'm just rubbing over the top just to pick up the areas that are sticking up on this piece of cardstock. You will find that this will have a lot more texture and feel than the other parts of the folio. Now, I like the way this looks. It gives it a lot more body, and it feels like leather almost. And I'm going to place it on this small page of my folio, and it will be a second pocket. I want to make sure the flowers that are embossed in it are upright. I'll put a little glue on the sides and the bottom, and my pocket will be complete. I started to put a thumb hole in it, but decided I'd just leave it plain. I have another piece of cardstock I'm going to put on the other small page of the folio, and it has been embossed also with a different embossing folder. This time I'm using vintage photo to color the embossing area. I will put this aside for now and put it on in a few minutes. Again, in this video, I will be skipping some of the steps, but I'll try to show you everything that was done so you can see all the finished pages. If you look quickly to the left, you will see that I have put 2 pockets on the first long page. These two little pieces I have distressed in blue ink. There are two of these curved pockets, and if you notice, there is room for a label in the middle where you can label something, but I chose to cut it out. And this is what I have done. I cut the piece out, and I'm taking a piece of acetate to cover the window. So what I've done is take a label area in the pocket and cut it out, and I'm making a window out of it. And that way, whatever I put inside this pocket, you'll be able to see through the window. A couple of pieces of tape will do the trick here. There will not be a lot of pushing and pulling on the acetate itself, so the tape will hold. Here, you can see the two pockets that I put in previously. And I have put a couple of writing cards inside them. Now, to put this wavy pocket on, the only thing I will need to do is put some glue down the sides and again down on the bottom. This time I want to make sure, though, that none of my glue gets on my acetate. I'm trimming some of the tape off the bottom of the pocket because the tape was wider than the cardstock. Here's my second pocket, and I'm going to take my small scissors and cut the inside out so I can put the acetate on it, just like I did with the other curved pocket. I have skipped quite a few steps here, but I want to show you the finished folio. And you can tell by what I show on each page, basically how it was done. I have a piece of ceri cloth here that is tied around it. I put a little knob on the front and the back in case I want to change the ceri cloth over to a piece of twine or thin ribbon. It has a dimensional underneath it, so it sits up from the page itself, and it makes it easy to wrap something around it. I like the way my first pocket turned out. I think it looks nice. And it's nice and rough and very textured. I put some of the writing cards in here, which have been distressed, and here's the one that I did with the tab on it. I have not distressed the back of all of them. I need to go back and do that, but that will take quite a while. I open it up, and there's my first little pocket on the left where you can see through, and my two little pieces of cardstock with the butterflies on them. Here are my two pockets with the writing cards in them. This pocket is very different and it's a hidden pocket. The cardstock, the digital, was this entire piece here with the butterfly and the botanicals and the strip at the bottom. It was all one piece. And I decided to cut down that line that was right near the bottom. And I made a pocket out of it. So it's actually a hidden pocket. This little blue piece is a paper clip. I made it into a paper clip. This again is a hidden pocket. The whole page was one piece of digital. And what I did was I cut right down the middle of one of the lines, and you really can't tell that it's split there, but you could put a piece of cardstock in there and it'll be another hidden pocket. Now let's fold over here to our next page, and I have another page with two pockets that kind of matches the first one. Pieces of embellishment. Picking through my little piece of acrylic here is a tag. In fact, there are two tags here. And both of them have a little bit of cloth. That one had a blue cloth to match the blue flower. This one has some tan cloth to match the yellow flower on the front. Again, I have distressed some of the tags. Now let's flip the folio over and see what we have on the other side. Again, here's my textured piece that's in front of the small flap on this side. I decided not to do anything with this page here. I like the butterflies. I don't want to be able to see them. And so on the next one, the middle one here, I made a small pocket where I could put some small tabs. This one, I wanted to be able to read the names on the page. So I decided to leave this page blank also. Now on the next page, I needed to put some more pockets or something on it, but I still want to be able to see all the colors. So what I did was take two of the little strips that I had used for tabs on a tag, and I made belly bands out of them. They're real small, but they will hold some of the small pieces in the kit. And this is pretty much my folio. It was fun to make, and I hope you enjoyed seeing what I had done with all the different pieces. There was one thing that I forgot to show, and that is that there was a side pocket in one of the places. Between one of the tall pages and the short page was a pocket where I put a folded tag. And it can be put back in. This is one that had the little tab on the top. And you push it back in there and it will close. I hope you enjoyed my two-part tutorial on making a folio. And I hope you found some interesting things that you can do with a folio through this tutorial. I really liked my two hidden pockets. I thought they were pretty neat. And I liked the fact that I could make a little window pocket also. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please come back and see me and see what I have in store for you for next time. And in the meantime, please subscribe and have a great crafting day. Bye.